Okay. I'm ready, guys. I'm ready. Okay.
Are you sure this time?
I'm pretty sure. Okay.
Because you rushed me out the bathroom, so you better be sure.
I'm pretty sure. Okay, I put a link in Discord. Right. And that will take you to New Mexico. And in
New Mexico.
Yes. Now, this is in the United States for people who don't know that. So, hey, there's a chance.
Wait a minute, insult the people's intelligence, Tom.
Hey, there's a chance that people might not know that. But yeah, okay. And in New Mexico, there's a small town, which I sent you guys a link to.
I'm not seeing the link.
I'm not seeing it, buddy.
Is it not a Discord?
Nope.
Oh, hey God. There it is.
There we go.
There we go.
Forget to hit enter.
I did. I forgot to hit enter. Technical difficulties.
How do you pronounce that? Is that Dulce?
Dulce, yep. Dulce, New Mexico.
Dulce, New Mexico.
Yes. Okay, now you might ask, what does it have to do? Okay, so there is a conspiracy that there is a secret base on top of one of the plateaus. Secret alien human base. Now, you might think, oh, okay, well, this is just, speculation, right? But have you heard of the black budget?
Negative.
Okay.
Negatory.
So, in the United States Department of Defense, right, has black projects, right? In 2008, it was estimated $30 billion from the defense was going to weird projects. They're black projects, right?
Okay.
And each year has been growing in the amount of money they've been giving to it. So like in 2008 it was $30 billion, and in 2012 it was $52.8 billion.
Jesus.
Right? And in 2019 it was $81.1 billion. That's a lot of money. But I'll also give you guys.
We could have done that money. Seriously.
Right? And what's scary is no one knows where the money goes. And the Pentagon supposedly doesn't let go of what the money goes to. They always have a cover-up story. Now you might want to know where I'm getting to this. Okay, so I was on Reddit, right? Where
good old Reddit,
where a lot of people go, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I was on
Reddit. Conspiracy theorists in the freaking world are on Reddit,
right? And so I was on Reddit, and I decided to look up aliens on Reddit, okay? And as I was on aliens, going down through all the funnies and whatever, I come across this one Reddit post, which is about this guy. And this is where my rabbit hole started. And it led to...
Oh, not another rabbit hole, Tom. Come on.
Oh, yeah. And it led to this guy, right? And,
what am I looking at?
Okay, a year before he died, in 1995, Philip was seen showing the audience injuries he received due to an aggressive alien with laser weapons that felt threatened because humans were tunneling into their underground base in Del Sol, New Mexico. He also lost fingers on his left hand, which you can see there's another picture that and and so there's this documentary on Tubi. It's called The Underground Director's Cult. And man, it has all this different information on the guy and how mysterious his death was. He goes into he was going around doing like conferences and stuff, and like I watched quite a bit of it, and man, the whole encounter is crazy. So they dig like 4 holes, right? And in one of these holes, their equipment stops working. So they pull out the digging equipment, and him and I guess a special ops guy went down into the tunnel, which he said the special ops guy had just shown up, him in a group of special ops that day. He thought he felt really uneasy. So he's in this little cage getting transported down to the bottom of this tunnel that they dug. And as he gets to the bottom, he sees a 7-foot gray alien. So he immediately pulls out his sidearm, which is, I guess, a 9mm or whatever, and he shoots and kills 2 before one shoots him in the chest with this electric beam thing that it was wearing. The special ops guy helped him get into the basket, and they got up, and then it was like aliens versus humans, and there was a battle that happened. It's crazy. It's a crazy story. But it may be crazy, but it might also be plausible. I mean, with the government's, black budget thing happening, and then, all the weird, there's actually more weird stuff that happens in that area of Dufsel, New Mexico.
They also had a lot of underground or supposed underground missile silos during the Cold War.
Yes. And he's not the only one that's come forward about all the crazy stuff there. There was but even before him, there was another guy who was claiming that there was an alien base there, and he kept picking up alien transmissions and stuff like that. And he supposedly went mad, and they put him in the asylum.
Supposedly went mad.
Yes. And there was another guy who said he had photo proof of inside the facility, but before he could go deliver it, he mysteriously vanished, and no one's heard or seen of him.
Spooky.
What are you guys' thoughts on that?
So the injuries in the picture you're showing me look like basic plastic surgery, or maybe even just a pretty invasive upper body surgery for some kind of internal organ. It doesn't look too much like weapon fire or anything.
True, that's fair. What about you, Josh?
I'm always skeptical on things that come with aliens, because there's a lot of different ways to fake those kind of things.
It's true.
Like the guy got shot with an energy weapon. He could have just fucking got hit by lightning or electricity or something. You never know.
That's very plausible. That's very plausible. We just don't know.
I don't want to say that I want to be skeptical towards all aliens, because I'm actually one of the firm believers that aliens are real somewhere out there.
I'm not saying they're not real. I'm just saying I'm skeptical on alien sightings.
Right. Which is fair. I mean, technically you should be skeptical about everything you see. Anyone else notice that on the thumbnail, the upvotes say 686? When you click on the picture, it says 699. Same with the comments number. That's weird.
Yeah, I see that 328, and on the thumbnail it's 321.
That's funny.
What causes that?
I don't know.
Maybe when you clicked on it, it went up.
Nah, it's just a different picture.
But also, I will add, this guy had supposedly worked in the government for 17 years.
Just means he knows a better way to fake it than most.
Be sure he wasn't working for MK Ultra. I want to know more about the previous picture you posted before we started.
Which one?
The one with the
oh, that one. Okay.
Man and the 2 kids.
Yeah.
Possibly 3 kids.
So that one, let me find it. So that one's very interesting. So in that one,
that one's hard to see. You gotta really look to find.
Yeah. There's see, can I? Okay, I
And
can't.
I'm telling you, that guy looked like a fucking predator. Literally looks like he's trying to kidnap those two kids.
Oh, see, it's actually they're all cousins. They're all four cousins.
I'm
Oh
telling you,
my
he looks
god.
like he's
So
My
supposedly
eyes.
the one that's there in his lap is not really there, but that one passed away. And one day, I think it was his aunts wanted all the cousins to take a picture, so he grabbed the two, and they were taking a picture, and they didn't notice that one. They didn't notice for a while until they looked at it again, because he was only 12 when the picture was taken.
Hmm.
Hmm. That's that's weird.
I'm telling you, he looks like he's trying to kidnap those two kids.
They're his cousins. He can kidnap them for a week.
I'm still curious as to why they're all looking in different directions.
Kids do that,
As a
man.
kid,
Yeah.
I never fucking took a good picture when I was that age.
I never took pictures.
Well, that's probably why you don't know then.
So, what is it with a lot of like ghost stories and pictures similar to this one having to do with children?
I
You
don't
guys
know.
ever notice that?
Well, they do say children can speak to the dead, and their minds are
They,
more
I always
open.
heard, I always heard, children and animals were sensitive to spirits.
That I didn't. I've never heard that before.
Oh, I've heard that.
You guys recall any weird memories of talking to things that weren't there?
Uh,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
there was a. Go ahead, Tom. Go ahead.
Oh, when I was younger, we lived in Colorado. My mom had a dog. Dog was probably 6 or 7 at the time, and it ran into the road and got hit by a semi. And the day that it died, and I came home from school, and my mom told me, uh, and the dog used to sleep right next to me every night. And so I went to bed that night, and I felt something crawl right next to me and lay. I freaked out and screamed, and my mom came in and said, "What's going on?" And I told her what happened. And she's like, "Oh, that's just our dog. Just saying, making sure you feel safe." But I still remember that something touched me that wasn't there.
Hmm.
That's did you like wake up to the feeling, or was it there as you were going to bed?
As I was going to bed.
Yeah, that's interesting.
We used to have a house in Sandpoint where there was a little kid haunting it.
Oh,
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I
Yo,
would. I,
every night we'd hear like a little girl running around screaming.
yeah, I would not be a fan of that.
Yeah.
Especially since I am skeptical towards spirits and ghosts. I be uncomfortable hearing those noises in my house.
Well, here's something for you. This was recently at Stimson. I was
Oh,
walking towards the back building,
yeah.
and you guys know how creepy that place is at night. Tom knows that.
Oh, yeah, I know that.
Never been.
Well, I'm walking towards the back building, and I hear a lot of banging on a pipe. I'm like, what the fuck is that? So
Teenagers
we go look
probably
around, couldn't find anything, but it was still all banging, banging, banging. So I called the only other guy that's there, the guy that killed him. I'm like, you guys need to come out here and take a look at this because this is creeping me the fuck out right now. So he comes over, he says something has to do with the water pressure. So I'm like, well, then you need to get him over to come fix it. He ain't coming back to this building until it's fixed.
Yeah.
So then I go out to the back to go open up the gate, and the gate's already open.
Oh, nice.
So I turn around, I'm like, well, guess what? Patrols are done for the night. I'm going to go lock myself in my shack and stay there until it's daytime.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people say ghosts are scary, but intruders are scarier.
Yeah, because intruders can be a little more real than ghosts.
Right?
And are
Well, when the
probably
gate's
quicker
going
to
to be
kill.
locked and you go to open it and it's already opened and unlocked,
Yeah, not fun.
time to go.
Yeah. Going back to like sounds and stuff though. I don't know if you guys get this at all or not, but um you'll be dreaming about something or just sleeping in general, and when you could wake up abruptly, you'll still be kind of like half dreaming and start hallucinating.
Oh yeah.
I'll have auditory hallucinations, and I recently actually have heard like boots, like heavy, oh, probably like military or work, heavy duty work style boots, like stomping through my house. And
Oh, that's
there are
scary.
times where, like, I just woke up. I'm still not entirely with it. I think there's someone in my house. It's pretty terrifying. And then, of course, there's the usual one where you wake up and see like a dark figure in the corner of your room. I got a story for that
I've had
one.
that happen. I've had that happen. That's scary as fuck.
It's awful, man. I had one time, one dream. I'm not the biggest fan of spiders. It's probably my most feminine trait.
That's fair.
They scare the shit out of me. Um, but I had a dream where like a giant, I want to call it like a wolf spider, but I don't think it was a real spider. It was huge, and it did that like weird jumping up your leg thing that cats do,
Oh yeah.
and giving me like "Rawr, rawr, rawr," every time it did it. So of course I'm jolting awake, freaking the fuck out, and I see. I don't remember entirely all of the features, but I remember like a tall hat and a trench coat just kind of like standing in the corner of my room. It was more of a silhouette than anything else. And then it just shatters into spiders all across my wall. And bro, I never grabbed my shotgun so quick. I was fucking terrified. I was damn near ready to burn my house down.
Yeah, that's not
Well,
fun.
I tell you what, the one thing I don't do is porcelain dolls.
That's fair.
Those things are fucking creepy as fuck.
They're all made to where it has that optical illusion of the eyes following you wherever you go.
Yes.
What the fuck is that?
It's my alien. I made it.
MS Paint
Yes.
No, I don't do porcelain dolls. And it has nothing to do with Chucky. Chucky was just the cream of the top. Those things are just, they're all creepy.
My mom loves them.
My meme's house has a room full of them, and of course that's the guest room.
Mm-hmm. That's where you put
I'm never
everyone.
saying it. I am never saying it either your guys' mother.
Yeah, it's not great.
Unless you take every doll out of that fucking room. I will
Oh,
not stay.
one thing I used to do was because my mom had a bunch of creepy dolls, but she had a big one that was like Chucky size, but it was a girl one. And what I would do is I would sneak into that room and I'd turn the head backwards and sneak out. And she would know it was me, but she would get so mad she would just scream at me like, "Why? Why are you trying to scare me?"
Well, now I know how to get Tom in trouble.
Evil.
Okay, does anyone else have a story they looked up?
I'm working on one. I probably gonna have to abstain from it for a bit before I get all of my notes together.
That's fine. So,
Hold on. Yeah. This guy moved to Old Town, Idaho. This was, didn't say the year it was written, but. And he was walking down the bridge going to McDonald's in Newport.
yeah.
It was around 11:30 p.m. And he got a weird feeling and some sort of cold rush.
And you said he was walking across the bridge?
Yeah. Hold on. It was like I hate when they cut shit off. Well, it was like I picked up on different energy sources, and I can often tell when someone in the next room has turned on the TV, blah, 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 yeah. He got that feeling crossing the bridge, and as his mom interrupted his brother and said, I quote, "Who was that?" As which I replied, "Who was what?" My mom then turned to me and said, "Who was it? Who got that feeling? Was it you?" They're just talking about that feeling.
Interesting.
I didn't see anything though, but they said they felt something around them.
Aren't there a few suicides that happened on that bridge?
Actually, yeah, quite a.
Which bridge? There's been 2 there.
The Newport Bridge between Newport and Old Town.
I know.
McDonald's.
I know, but there's been multiple bridges there. There's still
I only know the
old.
one.
Yeah, there's still an old bridge underneath.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that either, honestly.
Yeah, it used to be really bad for logging trucks because if they hit the bridge just right, it would bounce and their truck and the logs would get stuck in the scaffolding or whatever above. Yeah, because I worked at the restaurant right next there, and that restaurant was supposedly haunted too.
By truckers who were driving recklessly across a shitty bridge.
Well, supposedly they didn't take out all of the old bridge, so if you jump off that bridge on the wrong side, you can hit an old bridge that's down there. Pieces
It's the
of
Bridge of Theseus.
right.
So what about the restaurant was haunted?
Oh,
I always laugh when he tells the story because this thing is fucks with him so bad.
yeah. So I worked there for 8 years. The last like 4 years, I was opening, so I'd get there like at 6 o'clock in the morning, sometimes earlier, depending on how I knew the day was going to go. Every time I got there, I'd make coffee, and I remember 3 incidences that happened just to me, and then I knew of a few customers who came up and talked to me about it too. The customers, it was really interesting. It would only happen in the women's bathroom. People would come out of there and they'd be like, I really don't like your bathroom. And I'd be like, why? They'd be like, every time I use it, I feel like there's someone in there with me, even though there's not. Now, supposedly, the owner, his name was Faye. It was a steakhouse, and he supposedly passed away, but he was a ladies' man. He liked the ladies. He liked to flirt. And supposedly that's why he
was a pervert.
Yeah, supposedly he's was in the ladies' bathroom, and also he would turn on the jukebox and play songs, even when people didn't put money or anything in there. I had that happen a few times. I remember one morning I was in there, all the places locked. I made coffee. I think I was making soup or gravy at the time, and I remember the kitchen door just starts swinging like someone went through it.
Oh man!
And no one's there, and I walk out, and all I smell is perfume, like women's perfume, but no one's there. The doors are still locked, but I smelled perfume. And then I can't tell you how many times my coffee cup went away to another part of the restaurant.
Now you see,
and I had to go find it.
I already told Tom this. As soon as that happened, you'd be seeing cheetah speed.
No, I wanted my cheetah speed. He would run.
Fucking right, I would run.
Interesting.
Yeah.
One of those cartoon incidences where you see the imprint of my body through a wall as I'm running away.
The crazy thing is, for the longest time, I had worked there, and I remember this one waitress. Me and her were pretty close friends. She sent me a link on Messenger to haunted places in Old Town, Idaho, and the restaurant is featured on there. We'll see if I can find it right now.
That's scary.
Yes.
While you're looking for that, I've had similar instances at the restaurant I work at now. There will be times like our front entrance door is pretty heavy, so it bangs when it closes. And I'll be opening, the only one in the restaurant, even my boss isn't there yet, and I hear that very distinct banging noise, but I don't find anybody in the building. I'll even go to check the door and it's still locked. Drives me insane.
Cheetah speed, man. Cheetah speed.
It's not made any better by the fact that I listen to heavy metal while I'm opening.
Well, no, I don't know how much either. Oh, God.
Okay, I found it.
Wasn't there like a haunting at a lake you wanted to go look at, Tom?
Twins Lake. Or Twin?
Yeah.
Twins?
Was it Spirit Lake or Twins Lake?
I think it's Spirit Lake. I think.
Gonna go ghost hunting.
There you go.
Riverbank Family Restaurant.
That's the one right across the river.
Halloween newsletter.
Yeah. Isn't that cool?
Believed to be haunted by a former owner who loved the establishment so much that he's decided to never leave. Witnesses say his spirit is friendly and can be seen wandering around during the day on the lower floor. He is also known to play music on the jukebox in the main dining room, but the songs he plays are 1950s tunes that are not stored in the jukebox media.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. That's funny.
Can the jukebox connect to the internet at all?
It is now, but when I worked there, it wasn't.
So it's still there?
The restaurant and everything, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just closed.
Interesting.
No, God, I can't remember that haunting. I think it was like, so wasn't it like an Indian couple or something that died on that lake?
It was from, if I remember right, but I might be wrong. Don't quote me on this. But it was two kids from opposing tribes.
Yeah.
And they supposedly weren't going to be able to be together, so they both killed themselves on the lake. And then they changed the name of the lake.
So some like Romeo and Juliet shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Indians.
You ever gone ghost hunting?
No.
No, we want to.
Interesting.
That's what my van was going to be used for, was to take us to different locations.
I gotcha. Road trips into spooky areas.
I wanted to go check out the Oregon Trail.
Oh yeah, that'd be interesting. A lot of dead children from that for sure.
It's true.
During the Oregon Trail, children would fall behind from the caravan and would just be left to try and catch up on their own when the rest of the caravan made camp, and more often than not, they wouldn't make it. They get lost in the forest.
That's funny.
Wow, Tom.
Yours and I's definition of funny are very different.
Right? That's some dark shit, dude.
Sorry.
Stupid kids couldn't find a trail.
I mean, I don't like children either, but goddamn.
Yeah, dude. Stupid kids can't catch up. I can see Tom in the back of one of the wagons going, ha ha, I can't catch up, ha ha.
Tom's a man. He would not be in the wagon.
Sorry, I'm looking up Spirit Lake. Let's see if I can find. Oh yeah, there's a legend.
No,
There's
Tom would be the one that's
legend
tripping the kids as they're trying to walk and catch up. He'd trip them so they'd fall behind.
Hey, is this as bad as a Donner Party?
Donner Party's pretty fucked.
Uh,
I feel like in that situation, I'd do the same thing though.
Eat your friends.
Yeah, I mean, they all got to be my friends.
Well,
Not at first.
not at first. That's funny.
yeah, the reality is, Tom, is they were your friends.
Right.
Now they're dinner.
There you go.
The link just says history.
Yes.
Legend has it that our lake was once called Clearwater, a romantic story experienced by the Kootenai Indians who lived on the shores of the unique lake influenced them into changing the name to Tessamini, or Lake of the Spirits. Wow, these are some words.
Right?
I ain't even gonna pronounce that except for Tum Tum.
Tum Tum. Translates to good chieftains of the Kootenai tribe had a lovely daughter, Haya Pam, who loved the Kootenai brave Hasht Il Aim Whom.
Let's just say Shining Eagle.
Hostile tribes lived east of here, governed by an ancient chief, Poo Poo Mox Mox. He threatened war on the Kootenays. Josh, He threatened war on the Kootenays if he was not allowed to wed Hayapam. To avert war, Hayapam's father consented to the marriage. The Indian maid and her brave were dismayed and vowed their eternal love, binding themselves together with a marriage chain of rushes. They leaped into the lake from Suicide Cliff as the lovers were never found. Folklore tells us that on a moonlit night when the wind is still, you may see their shadowy silhouettes as they drift across the lake in a phantom canoe. As the lake ice, whoa, as the lake ice flows melt and grind together in springtime, weird, mournful, and haunting sounds are heard. Are these the cries of Indian lovers as they seek release from the lake of spirits?
Who knows?
Really?
Someone knows.
Interesting. That's where you guys wanna go for your first ghost hunt.
Who knows?
Just camp out at the lake.
That was one of the places we were thinking about going.
I do an overnight at the lake.
Right?
Just 3 dudes camping out looking for ghosts.
Sounds awesome.
Actually, my wife was gonna go too.
Anyway.
You guys got any other ones?
I'm still looking at Spirit Lake. Is that a fire?
Yeah. What was the other one? Wasn't it one of those hotels in Coeur d'Alene, Tom?
Let's see. Give me a second. I'll find it. Oh wait. Oh wait, actually, can I? Yeah, there's one in Coeur d'Alene, but it's stupid.
Why is it stupid?
It's called the Bates Motel.
Bates Motel?
Yeah, here.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, there's a
It's
Bates.
based off that friggin' big haunting, the Bates Motel.
Yeah, there you go. It's from the haunted house place.
Oh wait,
It's a,
didn't you want to go to
TV series.
that prison?
There's plenty of prisons, but yeah, no, prisons are fun.
No, it was that famous one you wanted to go to.
Oh man, I can't remember.
The Rock, wasn't it?
Oh, The Rock is pretty cool.
The Rock as in Alcatraz?
Alcatraz.
Yeah, Alcatraz. That's what it was.
Alcatraz is still active, no?
No,
No, it shut down.
it's been shut down for a while.
I can imagine it being fucking expensive.
Yeah. It did its job.
To a degree. Sean Connery still got out.
Right.
Twice, even. Gonna do an overnight in Alcatraz. That one would probably freak the fuck out of me.
There's also there's what's down in Boise. There was I think there was a mental institution down in Boise.
Yeah,
I'm definitely not going to a mental institution, especially off of what I'm researching right now.
Why not? Are you afraid they'd keep you there?
It's not like an active one. You know?
Even worse.
Even worse.
Yeah, I've already kind of spoiled what I'm getting into with that. I'm not a fan of mental institutions or psychological anythings. They are truly terrifying to me.
Hey Tom, the Egyptian theater in Boise is supposed to be haunted.
Oh really?
Egyptian theater? What is an Egyptian theater?
Oh, you don't
A
know?
theater about Egypt.
Oh, there's a haunted place above Sandpoint. It's a cemetery. It's a cemetery.
Bro, we got a cemetery like 2 blocks to the left of me right now.
Historic Idaho building is supposed to be haunted.
Historic what building?
Idaho.
I don't know. What is I know?
It was originally a hotel. It's been open since 1901 and has quite a few stories to tell. The ghost of a bellman who was gunned down in the hotel moves the elevator up and down by itself. Guests also reported seeing him peering around corners of the building. Doors open and close by themselves, lights go on and off, and a hideous moaning sound has been heard on certain levels of the building.
You sure that's just not him farting?
It's now an apartment building, and houses and restaurants on 10th Street, Station Net, and the tattoo parlor. So it's an apartment and houses and a restaurant and a tattoo parlor. The Phil Schneider story, huh?
Oh yeah, this is another website that I found that had more information on it, on like a bunch of the different black budget stuff, and the firefight at the base.
Sounds like.
All right, here you go, Andrew. Idaho State Penitentiary.
I guess is that a threat or?
I guess it could be an invite.
I found an article on it.
Wow.
It's now a tourist attraction, even better.
And then over in Montana. Over in Montana, there's Little Bighorn.
There you go. That'd be a
Custard's Last Stand.
What last stand?
Custard's Last Stand.
Doesn't ring a bell.
You don't know who Custard is?
No.
Oh man, Custard is.
You never studied the Civil War, have you?
I know enough about the Civil War.
Oh,
I don't remember names.
Little Bighorn was
specific dates.
It was one of the. It was a bad one, man.
Oh yeah,
he was not a good guy either. From what everyone was saying, he was like a hero and everything, and then it turned out he was not a hero. He was just he was just slaughtering Native Americans.
Oh, yeah.
Until they stopped him.
I said that's enough, dude.
Yeah.
What's Battles in Greece?
It's in Montana too. That's why I say.
I'm sorry, I wouldn't want my chieftain name to be Blackfoot.
I would want my chieftain to be named Poo Poo Mox Mox.
It's dumb.
I'm sorry, it's just so stupid. Oh my god.
Okay.
So I guess if you were to do a ghost hunt in Little Bighorn, you want to find the hilltop like the last stand was on.
Uh-huh.
Just pitch a tent there.
Yep.
Sing old 1800s war songs.
Right. Have a bonfire.
Heck yeah, that'd be fun. I'd do that.
Yeah, you bring some hot dogs too. And some marshmallows, and some graham crackers, and some chocolate.
Ulterior motive man over here.
I don't know what you're talking about. I have no ulterior motives at all. No, my ulterior motives come after everyone goes to bed, okay? Because that's when all the pranks happen.
It's true.
One of the Cheyenne leader names for Northern Cheyenne were Lame White Man and American Horse. What are these names? Noisy Walking.
That's just how they named their names back then.
Bear Walks on a Ridge.
Yeah, maybe that's what they saw that day. A bear.
Their name, their names are just stories.
Yes.
Hey, Tom, have you guys ever heard of Coyote and the Seven Devils?
No, I've
It's a
not.
mountain
No, but I'm
peak.
interested.
It's a mountain peak in Idaho. It doesn't say where, but the Seven Devils are a series of mountain peaks in Idaho's Hell's Canyon wilderness that form a portion of Idaho's and Oregon's border.
Oh, so it's south.
According to a native Nez Perce legend, these peaks were once 7 fearsome giant monsters, infamous for their penchant for eating children in hopes of keeping their children safe. The people enlisted the help of Coyote, a central figure in the Nez Perce mythology, who devised a plan for them with his friend Fox. On the path they knew the giants would take in their child napping travels, Coyote, Fox, and other animals with claws dug 7 massive holes and filled each with a boiling hot liquid. When the giants began their voyage as expected, they fell into the massive scalding pits. Coyote then transformed the squealing trapped giants into mountains to punish them for their wicked ways.
That's
He opened a
neat.
canyon at their feet, known as Hell's Canyon, to keep other giants from crossing over the village to the village.
So that
That's the
leads into
legend of Hell's
the
Canyon.
Giants conspiracy.
Giants are cool. I like reading about them.
They're neat.
That's
Some
an
of the
interesting
things
legend, though,
people
don't you think?
say about them is kind of dumb.
That's a pretty interesting legend, though.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, that's actually really neat. Better than friggin' tectonic plates smashing against each other.
Right.
Have you?
Haunting at the Lewiston Civic Theater.
Okay. Have you guys? Okay, so here's another rabbit hole I went down a while back.
Oh
Okay.
no, Tom!
So,
Let's go.
have you seen the giant on the mountain?
Jumping in fucking rabbit holes.
Fucking TikTok.
Yes.
Go
Yes.
ahead, Tom. Sorry.
Yes. So, this video.
In Canada?
Yeah. So it's just north of us, so not too far, right? So this guy is with his friend as they're driving, right? And he sees someone standing on top of the mountain, right? But it's so far away that in all reality, the person or the creature would be too big. And of course, in the video, it doesn't look like the person is moving or whatever, right? And
Right.
and after the video, the guy does a few more videos, and then he disappears. And the few more videos he talks about, like people following him and all sorts of
Andrew
stuff.
Dawson.
Yeah.
Hey guys.
Over 1,000
I
posts.
just wanted to give you an
Yeah.
update. I'm not dead. I have not disappeared. I have just been busy with life.
I'm seeing a lot of wannabe Andrew Tates right now.
Yeah.
So,
And then supposedly he goes back to the area he took the video, and he drives by that same mountain, and you don't see the person or thing up there.
interesting. I found one that zooms way in on it. Looks like a mushroom.
Right?
See if I
Who?
can screenshot it.
Just don't know.
Why does it look like a mushroom? Think it could be a balloon?
It could be. It could be a balloon that fell down.
I could see a balloon.
Because there was a video going around. Let me see if I can find it.
It's another weather balloon. Got COVID inside of it.
Well, I found another legend. It's the Dragon of Payette Lake.
Dragons, I feel like, should be their own episode for sure.
Oh yeah, I'll do some information on dragons for you guys. Oh, I
Well, I found a
can't find
legend
it,
right here.
but there was a video going around the internet, and it was really funny. It was of oh look, there it is, mushroom. It was a video of it looked like a space guy flying above LA, right? And it was really tiny. You could barely see him on this person's camera, but there was a bunch of people on, so everyone believed it. But then there was this other video of this guy who had, I think it was a Star Wars like blow up doll type thing, and he kicked it really hard in the balls, and it flew up.
Yeah.
And he watched it with his camera as it flew up and got really, really far, and then it looked exactly like all the videos everyone was posting.
So they're just kicking Darth Vader in the nuts.
Yeah, it was like Darth Vader's or Stormtrooper or something. I couldn't find it.
Nephilim giants.
Well, here's a legend of Charlie the Lake Monster.
Ooh, a lake monster?
Yes, it's the dragon of. They call it Charlie, the dragon of Payette Lake. It was first recorded in the early 1920s when railroad workers at McCall, Idaho, noticed what they thought was a log beginning to move in Payette Lake. Then in August 1944, more than 24 people saw what they described as a long, undulating crocodile-like creature that one witness described as being 35 feet long and having a shell.
Oh.
Shell. It's a lapras.
Later in 1954, the Payette Lake Star newspaper held a contest challenging readers to come up with a name for the elusive creature. The winner was Lee Esley Hennifer Turi of Springfield, Virginia. Came up with the name Charlie. And she continued to be spotted over the years, but has been seen less and less frequently.
So it's another Loch Ness.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because wasn't the Loch Ness also like really long? I don't know if it had a shell.
Loch Ness? I put Loch Ness right there. That's Loch Ness.
Yeah, I just saw it.
Oh, okay.
Origin of the name, sightings. Wow.
Well, what do you think? Idaho has its own Loch Ness monster, Tom.
Huh?
Idaho has its own Loch Ness monster.
That's pretty cool.
And her name is Charlie.
There's a theory I just found on Reddit that's saying the Loch Ness monster is just a sea turtle,
Oh, could be.
It's a pretty
like a
big fucking
really
sea turtle.
really big sea turtle. I mean,
That's
you know
a
how
pretty
long
big
how
fucking
old they
sea
live.
turtle.
The oldest sea turtle
then-
right now that we know of is 400 years old. God damn it!
And then there's the murder house at Boise State University.
Is that the one where the two girls got jealous of another woman fucking some guy, and then they killed both of them? They killed the guy and the woman.
Let's see. The murder house of Boise was the site of the vicious murder of Preston Murr more than 30 years ago. After an argument broke out in the basement of the house between Murr and two men, Murr was shot, then hacked into pieces that were then dumped 100 miles away in Brownlee Reservoir. His
Holy
body
crap.
parts surfaced and led investigators back to the house, which is allegedly still haunted today. Many former residents and visitors of the house have said that the basement has a creepy feeling. Footsteps from an invisible person have been heard. There are also legends about the house that say bloodstains appear and disappear, and a woman in old-fashioned clothing has been seen looking out the window.
Oh man, the bloodstains appearing and disappearing is pretty creepy.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah, as soon as I saw the bloodstains, again, cheetah speed.
Yeah.
Right through
If
the
I
concrete of
saw
the base.
suddenly appearing bloodstains, I'd be a little skeptical. Like I'd be like, someone just put this there. But then if it disappeared not long afterwards, yeah, I'm getting the feck out of there too.
Yeah, cheetah speed, man. Fuck that shit.
Unless it's one of those like spirits that manifest as physical beings, like there ain't shit you can do to that. You're just dead.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, I was looking at Bigfoot.
I, I've heard too much about Bigfoot, man. It was just a monkey.
No, Bigfoot was a real creature.
Right. It was just a monkey. It was a really big monkey that was like halfway into evolution of Neanderthal.
Well, this one's kind of dark. I'm not sure I want to say this one.
We'll put it in chat. We could probably bring it up next episode or something.
I'm gonna put the name of it because it's all in one. All the articles are on one website. So
Oh, I see. I mean, dark and scary is what we're going for now. I was about to talk about
no,
the
this
Slender
one's like
thing.
it's not scary. It's just I'm not sure it's appropriate to put on to say.
For YouTube guidelines.
Yeah,
I don't know. I've heard some pretty creepy stuff. This is a weird name, that's for sure.
that's what I mean. I mean, I don't want to say it and get in trouble.
The picture,
Oh.
the first picture I found is disturbing.
Yeah, it is. Does it look like a water painting?
No, I'm looking at. It almost looks like a rendered photo of what looked to be cactus or children-shaped cactus underwater
Where I wanna.
with tails. I'm reading on it right now.
This is what I'm seeing right here.
Looks like a hag.
Right?
Yeah. Oh, I see.
Yeah, I've
I
heard
just-
horror stories on YouTube.
I don't want to get your channel in trouble, Tom, so I'm not gonna say it.
What the water babies of Massacre Rocks.
Oh, god damn it, Tom.
I'm sure Tom can edit. Also, I feel like I've heard much worse on YouTube.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure. That's all. It's a baby thing that I was worried about.
It's okay.
I was
We're gonna put a disclaimer in it anyways.
for sure. I was literally about to bring up the Slenderman stabbings. Have you guys heard about that?
About the girl ones?
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are,
Josh, have you heard that?
I haven't heard about that one. What's that one?
that's from
So-
this site, guys.
You know what Slenderman is, yeah.
Yeah.
So there were two little girls. I don't remember their ages. Hold on. They were really young. Two 12-year-old girls. And they took one of their friends into the forest, and one pinned her down and the other stabbed her 19 times in an attempt to appease Slenderman, because they thought that the forest they took her into was Slenderman's forest.
Wow.
At 12 years old, I don't know how old the victim was. I'm not seeing it anywhere. But yeah, this happened in 2014 too. Surprising that luckily the girl survived through the 19 stab wounds.
Damn.
She
But,
survived 19 stab wounds?
Yeah. There's a creepy ass quote connected to it that like still haunts me to this day. I gotta paraphrase it. But the once they pinned her down, the girl with the knife said, "Can I go ahead?" And the one pinning her down was like, "Yeah, go nuts." I'm just imagining being pinned down by two people and hearing that.
That girl's gonna need a lot of help afterwards, after something like that.
Yes.
Supposedly she's gotten her life together pretty damn well and is doing okay.
She's probably
I think
got a
she's in
freaking
college right now.
PTSD of forests and shit.
Oh yeah, man. I mean, I don't like forests, and I've never had any real bad experiences in them.
Well, here's a kind of a. Are you done? Sorry, are you done?
Yeah.
Are you done?
Okay.
Sorry.
I kind of interrupted them, so I was checking.
No, all good.
Fucking rude.
This is kind of funny. Idaho doesn't exist.
What's that?
What? Are you gaslighting me into believing I don't exist?
No, it's the name of a fucking urban legend in Idaho.
Oh, like
Idaho itself doesn't really exist. Apparently, there are many people who think Idaho isn't actually a state. The mysterious potential non-existence is broken down by out-of-towners like this. Do you know anyone from Idaho? Have you ever been to Idaho? Has anyone you know ever been to Idaho? Will's answer, no to all three questions. So how can anyone be sure it actually exists?
You heard it here first, folks. There are
What is the
49
mythical
states
place-
in America.
What is this mythical place full of delicious potatoes and gems?
I've lived here for probably about 5 years now. I still have not heard anything about fancy gems in Idaho. It's nothing but potatoes.
Some people on the internet say Idaho is a government mind control experiment, and those who think they are living in Idaho are only so as a state of mind. Conspirators contend that the oddly shaped state was put on a map to keep Utah away from Canada, as well as to separate Montana from Washington, because they needed a break from each other.
Jesus.
that's funny. I'm making sure I find all the sites that you're talking about, and I've been showing them. So even
Yeah,
Oh,
I'll get mine all together on a document.
no worries. I got the Slenderman's stabbings, the little babies massacre.
Looking
I
through
got all these articles on one site, Tom. I could just send it on the chat. So
Well, I've been grabbing quite a few of the links just so that we have them, put them in, so we give recognition where recognition is due.
the Ohi Mountain Dwarves. Deep within the caves of the Ohi Mountains dwell evil dwarves. According to the Shoshone and the Bannock Indians, these tiny twisted beasts stand 2 feet tall, have long tails, and eat children.
What is it with this eating children? I think they just
I have
didn't
no
want
idea.
to leave camp.
Although before you get carried away by the baby devouring terror, it's possible they also eat elk.
Oh, well, that's good.
One of the dwarves has been described as only wearing an elk skin draped across his back, and you can identify the little creatures. Just look for the long tails and that they wrap around their bodies for cover.
I feel like there are real creatures that do that already.
There's weird stuff at Priest Lake.
What's going on at Priest Lake?
Oh no, I just typed in Priest Lake myths.
I'm looking at pictures from the Slenderman stabbing. These girls are lacking something behind the eyes.
It's usually what it is.
I mean, yeah, I think you're pretty damn crazy if you stab someone to appease Slenderman.
Oh, I guess there's supposedly there's underground rivers between like Lake Coeur d'Alene, Hayden Lake, and like Priest Lake, and like people drown in like Coeur d'Alene, and they end up in Priest Lake.
Oh, that's crazy.
Right.
What?
Yeah.
rivers.
Yeah, that's what it's talking about. Like underwater rivers and stuff like that.
I was reading about that.
There's I guess you could call it a reference in the first Subnautica game to underground rivers. There's like a whole biome in it, and it's like a current of sulfurous water.
Interesting. I remember some of that.
Well, there's one called the Ghost Stallion of Owyhee County.
Ghost diet of what county?
Stallion.
Stallion.
Interesting.
It's a great white stallion, and its herd of phantom horses is said to appear from rifts in the clouds.
Oh,
Wherever there is a farmer or cowboy in danger. According to legend, the horses will lead those. Huh?
like Simba and and the Lion King. You know, they look
Well,
up.
no, this helps people in danger, as it says.
Yeah, hey, well,
Specifically cowboys and farmers. Yeah, so fuck me, I guess. I'm not a cowboy or a farmer.
Yeah, you're screwed. You're a city boy.
No stallion.
No stallion for you. Damn city boy. You need to have the good beard going on like me and Tom do.
I have a beard right now.
You're a baby face. I'm sorry.
I haven't shaved in like a month.
You're still a baby face.
All right.
Ooh. H.H. Holmes Murder Castle.
Murder Castle.
Henry H. Holmes, also known as H.H. Holmes, owned a successful pharmacy in Chicago in the late 1800s. The building across the street from his pharmacy, a multi-story structure with 60 rooms, hidden passages, secret staircases,
Yep.
also served as a place for him to explore his favorite hobby, murder.
Wow.
He reportedly rented out rooms for visitors who were in the town for the Columbia Exposition, except none of those renters ever returned home. Once the exposition was over, he then placed help wanted ads in the paper in order to lure in unsuspecting young women whom he killed upon their arrival. Most
Why
likely in his
specifically
basement
young
chamber
women?
of horrors. Huh?
Why specifically young women?
I don't know. He got off on it, I guess.
What's his name?
Henry H. Holmes.
Does it say what he did with the body?
When police finally caught on and investigated Holmes, they found body parts in vats and jars throughout the basement, along with quicklime pits and corrosive acids. Although the murder house has long been torn down, workers at the post office that now sits at that same location claim to hear disembodied screams, see orbs, and witness other creepy phenomena.
Orbs is a common thing I hear about in ghost hunting or ghosts in general, just floating orbs.
But sometimes orbs are dust or bugs, so you got to be careful about that.
Yeah, I guess.
What do you think about that one, though? Pretty
Dust doesn't
creepy,
glow.
huh? Yeah.
That is a dapper man.
He has a mustache. Pretty interesting mustache, right?
I don't know. That's a pretty casual mustache for the time.
You see when he you know what's funny is when he died. He died the May 7th, which is tomorrow.
Oh no, it's Double H Holmes or Triple H Day tomorrow.
That's interesting.
Kind of ironic that he died the day after my birthday.
That's crazy.
Josh has a murder birthday.
No, it's the day after my birthday is the murder birthday.
He has an almost murder birthday.
Right?
Yes. Ironically, he was born 10 days after me.
What year were you born?
1987.
Trying to look up like scary things that happened in 1987, but I'm just
Oh,
seeing
thanks,
I'm just
dickhead.
seeing a bunch of movies and books.
Oh, that one is Josh's birthday's year he was born in 1987. So let's see what happened on the year he was born.
Let's see the same for me. Hold on. Born in 04.
Haunted bricks from the St. Valentine's Day Massacre. Who wants to hear about the Valentine's Day Massacre?
That's a fun one.
Human Centipede.
Oh. Human
Shrek 2, my favorite horror movie.
Bravo. February 14th, 1929 will live on forever in infamy as the day that Al Capone and his goons gunned down a rival gang in cold blood. The site of St. Valentine's Day Massacre retains the violence of that day, even though the building has long been torn down. Before the building was completely demolished, a nightclub took over the space, and the bullet-riddled bricks from the massacre were placed on display in the men's restroom. Awesome, because that's what you want to do. See when you take a piss is bricks from a fucking bloody massacre.
Lovely.
After the club closed, its owner took those bricks and sold them, but received most of them back as the recipients complained of streaks of bad luck that followed them. Now that space
scared
is a
the shit
vacant
out of
corner. It's a vacant corner belonging to a nursing home. Oh, nice. And people who walk past complain of a negative energy, haunting gunshots and floating orbs in that area where the bloody wall once stood.
Negative energy? What do they mean by negative energy?
Just when you get a
feel
feeling.
terrible.
Yeah. When you just feel bad.
I feel like there's...
You know, like when you feel the hairs in the back of your neck stand up and you're thinking, like, that's some bad shit over there.
That just sounds like being cold.
Go Al Capone, right? Jesus fucking Christ. What a mean, nasty motherfucker.
Yeah, but he died with a 6-year-old brain.
6-year-old brain?
Yeah. Because if you look up Al Capone...
Wasn't he handicapped?
No, he got, where is it? I want to make sure I got this right. Let's see. It was when he got caught and spent time in jail. He had like sexual intercourse with people and got disease. He got syphilis.
Whoa.
Oh.
And it basically ate away his brain. So he was basically a child at the end. Basically. He had a child's mind.
That's awful.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be a dick. But the guy killed a shit ton of people, so
Yeah.
I don't really feel too horrible for the fact that he caught something like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's true. Worse or better people have caught syphilis.
Right.
No. Just saying, that's God's way of saying he had to go.
Mm-hmm. I think that about hits our hour and a half to 2 hour mark.
Right.
And I'm out of stories.
That's all good. It's all good. Now I can, I'll edit it up and I'll let you guys look at it.
I still got a bunch more. I can tell in the next one if you want to do another one.
That'll work.
Yeah, for sure. I've got researching something that might take up a whole episode. I'm not entirely sure yet.
Yeah, no worries. I'll look up a few different things, and we'll come together and we'll do this again.
Yeah. If you guys want to think up of some old nightmares that you had before, write them down. It might be
You want
useful.
me to think of fucking nightmares of when I was a kid? You really want to go through that tunnel hole?
Nightmares in general.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
not saying they had to be when you're a kid. It could be ones you had yesterday. It just might somehow lightly be connected to what I'm looking into.
Okay, that'd be fun.
You interesting bastard.
I don't want to spoil it more than I already have.
No worries.
So we're gonna do this next week, or are we gonna do one? Are you gonna do it once a week, or what?
We'll figure that out. This is a good start.
I'll let
though.
you know when I've got all my stuff together.
Yeah.
Because I want to say this website because I got a bunch of stories on it. So pretty fucking cool, actually.
Yeah, bookmark them. Okay, guys. I guess I will talk to you later.